Perfect. Yeah. We are live now. Welcome everyone to the second workshop of the Hack the Future hackathon, which is about Web3 and AI, two super hot themes which are here to stay. I'm super excited to host this one. Just before we start, would love to give you a few introduction and tell you a bit about the hackathon. So we're doing it in a hybrid kind of format, which means the building period, the 3.5 week building period would go on online, which will include mentorship session, workshops, everything basically that you need to kick off your building journey. The objective of the hackathon is actually for developers to come on with innovative ideas and build a dApp that addresses blockchain um, issues utilizing AI agents. So that is the entire motive over here. And the projects would be judged right before DEVCON, and the final projects, let's say if we have three or five, how many number of finalists that we have, would be invited to the IRL conference, where they would be given a chance to present their project in front of a judging panel, mentor panel, and yeah, a lot of more opportunities at the IRL event itself. So yeah, we kicked off the sessions yesterday. 24th October is when the mentorship sessions, I believe, would end. So 17 to 24, we're on a roll with the mentorship sessions. And 8th November is the submission deadline for all the devs. And 12th November, which is, the DEF CON week, is when we would be having the IRL demo day and presentations at SkyHub AI Day. So that is the name of the conference. And yeah, for today's workshop, we have Micro from Byte Protocol with us. Today's one is going to be building your first AI agent, but I'll let Micro talk more about that. Would love to start with an intro, Micro, and then maybe your expectations about what you're expecting from this hackathon, some ideas, and then on to the content.
Sure. So, hey everyone, my name is Micro. Also, you can call me Louis. I'm CTO at Mintbase. Been working with Mintbase for about 4 years at this point. Mintbase is the parent company of Bitte. Bitte is the new thing we're building, rebranded for AI specifically, and like onboarding to crypto, onboarding to AI, all those good things. So today we're going to go through building your first agent. Like what's really all of this thing, like everyone's talking about AI agents and what they can do. Hopefully this presentation is inspiring enough for you to jump in and like start working on these things. And from the hackathon, I generally say that whatever really solves a problem. I'm a hacker myself. I go to hackathons a lot. And when I try to think of projects, it's always like, what are the pain points I'm feeling? Or I've heard like certain problems. Maybe is there a technology that can solve this problem? Maybe that's crypto. Maybe that's AI. All of these innovative technologies are, out there. We can use them to like solve problems in novel way. So that's kind of like what I always say. Like, if you want me to give like a practical example, there's DeFi. I'm particularly interested in DeFi in ways that more and more people can like make the money work for them. Crypto really helps that, but it's still super hard to like understand how DeFi works. There's a lot of words, complex words, and most users are scared of it. So tackling those issues seem very important to me. So that's what I would advise to. And yeah, I think I can just jump into building your first AI agent with Bitte. Bitte is a German word, by the way. It means please. And we try to be gentle with AI agents. And we always say please when we ask them to do something. But I can give you a bit of a story about how Bitte came in the first place. So as I mentioned earlier, we started working on Mintbase a while ago. I joined the team 4 years ago. Nate and Caro started actually the founders 2 years before I joined. So Mintbase focused primarily on NFTs. NFTs are definitely going to be something part of our future, digital assets and all the good things. But one of the things we always focused on was the utility layer. How can we bring utility to these digital assets? But unfortunately, that never really caught on until now. It's been a tough journey to work with NFTs. specifically when we're talking about the utility layer. And over the past, I think, 2 years or so, we started seeing the NFT demand falling off, and we started like investigating deeply what was really going on, why it was so hard to get people to adopt these things. And it's kind of obvious in retrospective, but we kind of noticed that one of the biggest friction points to crypto in general is onboarding. And onboarding means how can you go from zero, like not knowing anything about crypto, not owning an account, to interacting with applications, crypto apps, and things like that, right? So generally, you need like an account, and to interact with most crypto apps, you need funds. So you need like the native currency of the blockchain you're interacting with, and things like that, right? So onboarding is the primary issue, or the biggest friction point. And like I think it was probably last year. It's getting a bit fuzzy now. Like it was probably a year and a half ago or so. We started building the wallet experience, and the wallet experience was all about how can we solve all of the things we learned while doing all of these NFT activations, working with hundreds or thousands of users, trying to get them to use NFTs, and yeah, so we built the wallet. I will demo a little bit of our wallet soon in this presentation. But as we built the wallet, we also noticed that wallets also have friction points. And one of the friction points, or the biggest friction point once you get users onboarded, is how can they talk to applications, or how can they use these applications? And crypto is still super hard in general. Like I've been in crypto for many, many years now, and I still sometimes go to this new app or this DEX or this whatever, and I have a hard time understanding what's really going on under the hood. What does this, I'm gonna say slippage. I understand slippage, but like slippage is a good example. Like what does slippage really mean here? And there are many, many words like this in many applications. So we believe that as we started seeing AI getting built and GPT 3.5 came out, we started seeing like, all right, AI is going to help a lot of the steps that users need to take and adjust to each user to get certain actions done. So that's when we believed that, all right, so as AI evolves and gets smarter and better, this is going to be our way to like help or fix the onboarding and the user experience in general for crypto users. So this is Bitte. Our goal is to solve all this. We've been doing a lot of work, but I'm going to present it now. So I'm going to stop. This is a video. I'm going to stop right here. Oops, could not do it. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back a few seconds. All right. So this is our wallet. Regular wallet. You have your tokens, NFTs, all your portfolio, and we have this AI tab. And you can see there are several agents. You can talk to them. There's like CoinGecko, for example, now. There's Finance. And you can say things like, I have this amount of crypto token X, whatever, and I want to swap it. I don't want to trade. I want to get some other in the end. And these agents help you get these things done. But I'm going to present it too, and just showcasing like how the wallet experience looks like. And the best part is all of this can be built. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through this documentation today to build and to write an AI agent. All right. So a little bit about AI, right? What does it really mean to be like this decentralized transaction protocol? First, it means that we want users to just use text or voice or any other modality. It could be like images, video in the future, things like that, and transcribe that into like transactions that are useful for the application you're trying to interact with. So today we have things like I was talking about Finance and CoinGecko. You can combine these two different AI agents to like perform swaps for you, or we can combine DALI or any other image generation model with our previous infrastructure for NFTs with Mintbase to do things like create a drop or create an NFT of this synapse, whatever you can describe, and it will combine all of these different actions to perform that for you. So using simple language, I suppose you could use any language. We haven't really tried we're mostly testing with English, but I've used Portuguese. I'm Portuguese, so like sometimes I use Portuguese as well, and I'm pretty sure like it works in any language. So that's pretty helpful for onboarding everyone. And very soon we'll support things like cow swap, Gnosis, and many more with chain abstraction. Yeah, but a deeper level view of how this looks like. This is a diagram that shows, how clients, that could be our wallet today or your app, your bot, your game, whatever, can connect to our runtime, which in the end connects to our what we call open agents, and that's where we see the decentralization coming in, right? We don't want to own these agents. We don't want to store them in our database or whatever. We don't want to control them. We want to establish a protocol that exposes these agents. You can run them, you can deploy them wherever you want. If you want to do it on AWS, you can do it. If it's on Google Cloud, whatever, really. You can even host on your local server if you want. But what we're trying to push is this open manifest that anyone or any agent can adopt. So like our runtime recognizes them and can talk to them and give useful answers to users. So open agents are essentially APIs. So our runtime connects to them. They perform tasks on behalf of users. And generally, these agents can receive instructions, can process data from both on-chain, off-chain sources. They can execute transactions or return a transaction for the user to execute. And ideally, this happens on a multi-blockchain networks. So today, we primarily support Near, but starting from next week, we want to enable EVM and many more to come. This manifest I'm talking about is just an open API spec. So like any developer knows like what open API spec is. And that's just could be like a structured object, whether it's a JSON format or YAML or whatever works, but it just expresses or just defines like the different API endpoints that your agent has or uses. And then a couple of other properties I'm going to show in the next slide. Yeah, so by adhering to this open API spec, it's very clear and it's machine readable. It's a machine readable interface that just makes this ecosystem open and easy to enable this communication. So this is just a part of the open API manifest I was just describing, but essentially this is an extension we added to the open API spec, and it includes an account ID. So like when you're building your agent, you can add your own account ID or create an account for your agent, or even this can be it's a string or it can be an array. So like if you have multiple accounts that you want to manage this agent, you can add each one of these accounts. It also includes this assistant object, and you can see that there's a name, there's a description, there's a set of instructions and tools. Tools might be deprecated very soon. We don't want to like there's another and a better way to like express these tools, but today it works like this. And there's like instructions. This is how you can define the behavior of your agent. Like super normal. This is like a system prompt. And yeah, your name and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I covered everything here. And yeah, so with chain abstraction, I was just hinting at this. It's coming very soon. Today we support Near, but very soon we'll support every EVM and even Bitcoin due to chain abstraction, like Near chain abstraction and the MPC accounts. And yeah, so this one of the tools we're going to use today to build this agent is Make Agent. It's one of the tools we're also developing, and it will assist through the whole process. I will show how it works. There's a couple of commands. There's the development command that makes it possible to run your agent locally and expose it publicly, so our wallet can connect to it and talk to it. And there's the register. There's a few other commands that we can use to like make the whole process very, very easy. And yeah, so like before we jump into code development, I have some time for a Q&A here. If you guys wanna, if you have any questions, or you can make a quick pause here. I can have some water.
I see the chats. No questions for now, so all good. We may continue.
All right, cool. All right. So first step is get to our documentation. There's docs.bitte.ai/agents/quick start. This will pretty much have all of the documentation you need to just. It's pretty much like what I'm going to do next. My presentation will be a bit more freestyle, and I'm going to take suggestions from the chat if there's any, or I will try to bring Mishika here and give me some ideas on what to build. But yeah, other than that, there's this very nice boilerplate we just released 2 days ago, and it's the boilerplate I'm going to use. So I'm going to jump right. So sorry, I'm going to jump to the code now. This is I already cloned. I can open this, and yeah. So this is oops. Okay, it's fine. So you can see this is the repo. It's a Next.js project. You know, pretty much default. I just added a few things for the agent development. But if you're a dev, if you're a Next.js dev, this is going to be straightforward. If not, it's also like Next is one of the easiest frameworks to pick up. There's this API folder under source app, and you know, we're going to define routes like this. You know, get handlers. But I'm gonna get into this very soon. If we still have like a couple of seconds, I'm gonna jump into the wallet and show a little bit of our wallet. Let me just pick. All right, so this is the wallet. I'm going to create a new account to show the whole process. So once you jump into the wallet, if you're a first time, and I'm sorry, this is not the correct link. Let me open up wallet.bitte. Mintbase XYZ was the previous one. So wallet.bitte.ai. I already have my account loaded up, but let's create a new account. This is the screen you'll see when you jump into the wallet for the first time. You can pick a name. I'm going to use a random one, and I'm going to run with it to the demo. So let's go. We can create a new one. Let's say, no, that's fine. I don't have much creativity right now. So song Kanita, that's cool. You can see that it will pop up this window. This is a passkey creation. We're going to store the private information in your computer. So we don't have access to it. This is like a non-custodial account, and it shows up this fingerprint because my computer has fingerprint. If yours has like other stuff like Face ID or even password, if you don't support like any of these crazy novel devices, you can still use this. So this is my account. You know, zero near, and I was just talking about like how our onboarding is good. So let me just show you. If we go to NearBlocks, NearBlocks is the NearBlock Explorer. If you're not familiar with it, there's song Kanita.near, right? So let's search for it. Song Kanita.near. And NearBlocks had to fail on me right now, but it's good. So yeah, you can see receipts. There's a failed transaction, not sure why. Oh wait, because this account had already existed. That's funny. Okay, maybe it was already my account. Let me create a new one. So yeah, astronomer Nuth, whatever. And let's try it out again. I think it failed. right, let me see if I get this name straight. All right, so a few seconds ago, yeah, this definitely created this account, and you can see that that there's a transaction because Near has this concept of like human readable names natively. So in order for you to register this name, you have to like submit a transaction, and we are sponsoring that, making it free for newcomers. And we have a really neat feature too called token drops. So like if you want to create a token, let's say, what's this? Sure, let's go with it. So creating a token should be very simple, and we try to make it as simple as possible. Let's just say DoraHacks, DoraHacks screenshot. I'm going to copy the same description and create a DoraHacks link. I'm going to send this in the chat. But first, create the drop. I'm going to share this so anyone can claim this. And it's a really neat experience if you're like a newcomer and you want to just get your first NFT from the session. Yeah, everything worked. We have 0 claims yet, but I just shared a link if you want to claim it. I'm going to go and claim one myself with this new account that I have no funds in it. So I can mint this NFT. You can see that Bitte is sponsoring this transaction for, it says 0 Near. So if I hit approve, I can pick my account, sign the transaction. And yeah, you can see that I have minted this token. Let's go on to Mintbase to check it out. Yeah, you can see there's one transaction just now by me, or this new account I just created, and it was a mint. So yeah, anyone can do this. It's very simple. And one thing, like the way we sponsor these transactions is via Paymaster. So like you can create your own Paymaster. And what a Paymaster really means is you can set up, like for example, for this contract, the minting contract, there's a contract, there's a function call, and there's a few things I want to enable other users to do so. And I can set up this Paymaster in a way that I can pay for my user transactions. Like I can sponsor user transactions. So let's say what would be like drop.mintbase one. This is like a contract. And once you put your contract here, your contract address, you can set which functions you want to enable it in it. And you can also set the maximum number of transactions per account. So it could be 1 just to onboard a user. And once that's done, you can create a Paymaster. Let me actually create one here just to showcase. And yeah, then once it's done, I can send, let's say, I don't have funds to do this, but like if I had funds, I could set the funds here and then add that to my Paymaster balance. So every user, every newcomer that comes and uses my my connection, it will take from my balance. So I'm sponsoring my user transactions. All right, I think that's it. I think we're ready now that we've seen how the wallet works, how everything works. So I think we're ready to go back and talk a little bit more about AI agents and how to build it yourself. All right. So as I mentioned, this is, again, this boilerplate. I had just I have cloned it into my local machine. And yeah, so I can just, right now, let's take a look at our package JSON. You'll see that there's a dev script. And this dev script runs next dev, which is the developer command to like run your next project locally, concurrently or in parallel with make agent, which is this other CLI tool we're building. And our make agent is also run in development mode and will connect to the 3000 port, which is the default one for Next.js. If you're trying to run Next in a different port, you need to set this port here today. This might change in the future, but today this is the current setting we're using. I'm also using Bun as a package manager in runtime. Actually, not runtime because the default right now is Node. Like, you can pick any other package manager that you like. Maybe you're more familiar with npm or pnpm. These days I'm using more Bun, and I'm just going to run with it. But feel free to use whatever you prefer. So by running Bun dev, there's a few things happening here, and I'm going to try to take it a bit slower. First, you can see that local tunnel initiated. And I'm really sorry. Okay, let me just put this here. You can see that there's a local tunnel. This means that the local development, your local instance, is exposed to the public internet. So like our wallet runtime can talk to you, which is the pop-up that showed up here. It's like a chat that you can just use to talk to your local development agent. There's an authentication happening here, and this is set in your mvars. Well, actually, let me stop this right here. This was from my previous demo, so I'm gonna just remove this file and run it again against my the account I just created like 3 minutes ago. So as you can see, I'm not authenticated. So like it redirects to the wallet with the astronomer Knut account, and I should sign this message. This is not a transaction. This is just a signature. I'm going to sign it. And once I do it, oops, let me use my fingerprint here. And once I do it, you'll see that it creates this mvar that includes a bunch of information like the account ID I used, the signature, the public key, everything. So once that's done, you're authenticated. So every time you push updates to your agent locally, we'll check against this signature that you send to make sure that you're the right account and that you are, so you can validate whether it's the developer that's pushing those changes. All right, so yeah, so if I make any change, let's see, go into our API folder, which includes two things I want to talk. First, tools. You can name this whatever you want. I named it tools because it's just easier to just come to tools and add new tools. The more tools I want, I can just add it here. And AI plugin. AI plugin, I would advise not changing this for now. Maybe we'll make this easier in the future, but today what this AI plugin does is it's again, if we go back to my presentation, remember this manifest. This is how our wallet can talk to your agent and know how it behaves. What sort of information do we need to know from the agent to make it run successfully? And this should be. And if I go here, if I go here, this is my current public URL for the agent I'm running locally. And if we do well-known AI-plugin.json, you'll see the manifest. Oh, you won't see the manifest because local tunnel prevents me from doing this, but I'll just figure it out and show it to you. Wait, give me a sec. Get it down. I'm pretty sure that's it. You can see, all right. So you can see the manifest here. This is just an open API spec again, super standardized and easy to work with. There's our info, our servers. This tells us where is your server located, so we can talk to it. The extension right now, my agent is called Your Assistant, and it's just an assistant that answers with your blockchain information. And then there's a set of paths here, like we can use these routes to get certain additional information, or these are just tools that your agent can use to execute on users' requests. So again, this is just a file that generates this manifest. And these are some of the tools. So let's just take a look at one of these tools. get blockchains. Okay, so this is just a get handler for every request that comes through API tools get blockchains. We will pick random, like 3 random blockchains from this list and just return that to the user. So let's give it a try. And let me open this again as a floating window. I do prefer showing this right next to the code. All right, so what can you help me with? I can help you with a variety of tasks related to blockchain, including providing information of different blockchains, fetching your account information, generating blockchain transactions if needed. Okay, that's pretty cool, thanks. Let's just ask, what should I ask? Let's get, okay, give me 3 blockchains. Okay, give 3 blockchains. All right, you can see that it picked 3 random blockchains from this list. You can see Avalanche here, you can see Cardano, and you can see Polkadot somewhere. All right, it's here. And we can try again. Give me other 3. We don't know, maybe it will pick the same ones. This is just, it's not very deterministic. It's randomized, but you see it picked, oh, interesting. It picked Ethereum, it picked Solana, and then renamed Near to Near protocol, which is cool. I mean, there's, like the runtime might do some adjustments to your agent response before it sends it to the user. That's just one of the ways we use to like prevent, like fraud and things like that. But today, it's just changing it from Near to Near protocol, which is still pretty accurate. All right, I think this is a good start. Let's now like get our hands dirty and do some coding. I'm using, okay, by the way, so I'm using Cursor. If you're a developer, I don't get a commission for this, but like I highly suggest you to use Cursor. Cursor is like one of the best IDEs out there right now. I'm paying the premium or like the pro subscription, whatever. It's just very helpful to like do things like this. I'm just gonna showcase and I'm gonna call Michika. Maybe you can help me out on something I should add to this agent, like a new capability, a new feature that you'd like to see. Let me know. What do you think? Or I can just come up with something. Okay, that's cool. I can. All right, she's saying she's gonna come on stage. I'm sorry, this was not super planned, but
Yeah.
I try to.
Yeah. What ideas are you talking about? A DApp idea that we can build with an AI agent?
Or something like so for example, like for instance yesterday I added another demo. The host asked me to like, hey, let's create a feature on this agent to share something on Twitter, right? That's one of the ideas, like super small stuff we can just add to this agent to make it more like to just expand its capabilities and show how to build that stuff. Could be, for example, like, all right, let me start, and then if this helps you, brainstorming, you can add on top of it. So one of the ideas I really love is, like this concept of like retrieval augmented generation, which is just, adding data that's not used to like train the LLMs. Like for example, real-time data, just extending the capabilities of your agent with like real-time data, basically. And one of the things I really like, I'm a Reddit user. I use Reddit a lot. So one of the things I really like is like, how can I get like what's happening on Reddit today, right? So let's just build that, I guess, and we can then build on top of it if you want. So one of the things is we can ask Cursor to like write the handler for us. So let's build a get handler to fetch the latest, or fetch the front page, like the Reddit front page. and it just does it for us, I guess, successfully. I'm just running with this. It looks pretty good to me. So now we built this get handler. This is just one of the tools we added here. And now we need to add it to our manifest. So like our wallet or any other system that connects to your agent knows like what sort of capabilities it has. And right now it has one more. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a suggestion. I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to ask it to generate based on the code we just added. So let's say add to the spec, and we can just reference Reddit, hit submit, and it's just generating it for us. So like get Reddit front page posts. Okay, pretty cool. So you get a summary. This tool will get your Reddit, front page posts. It will fetch and return a list of posts from the Reddit front page. And then there are 2 responses. 200 would be like a successful response, and it will respond with an object with a few things like the posts, which is an array, and then a few other types. This was just generated from the code it also generated. And then there's a 500 response, which is just an error message. And all right, let's take a look at our console, and we can see that the plugin was updated successfully. So now we can try and hit it with this request. So get me the Reddit front page. Okay, you can see that it called the Reddit tool, and it's just pulling information in. It's just working. So pretty neat. I guess you can also click these, and yeah. And yeah, this is okay. I think we lost the message. We probably hit tab too soon, but we can just open it again from this link. Okay. So I think this just shows how easy it is to like add new features to your agent and how much you can build. So like you can build Reddit, you can add it to, like you can connect to anything really, or maybe now we can try to, let me think. We can try to add like, we can try, I don't know, I'm getting pretty not creative here, but there's another one we can do, which is Twitter. We also did that yesterday and it was pretty cool. So like we can add, let's create a get handler to return a Twitter share intent based on the user request. Okay, so essentially this will take search params from the request. Could be text, URL, hashtags, whatever, and it will convert it into a Twitter share intent. And now we can go back to our AI plugin. And this is super zoomed in, but we can collapse it and just ask like Twitter add spec for, add spec for route Twitter. So we're just referencing the code we just generated, and it's getting me, okay, retrieves. No, this is not accurate. This is definitely not accurate. Oh, it is here. Interesting. Just hallucinating a bit. We can add it. We can accept this. Here's the path for Twitter, but this one is not really accurate. This was already defined earlier, so we can just remove this from here. And yeah, our plugin was just updated. So let's see. Let's just get the front, like Reddit front page. Get Reddit front page. Nice. We're getting all these recent posts. Oh wow, it's just giving me everything. Nice. Okay, cool. Let me just pick one here that I want to share on Twitter and maybe add an opinion that's AI generated as well. So like, what game was like that for you? I don't know what this is all about. What's the movie you love but you can't deny is incredibly stupid? Okay, this is a good one. Let's okay, let's just ask. Okay, I want to share my I want to share the movie related question on Twitter and come up with a random movie too. Okay, I want to share the movie related the movie related post, the movie related Reddit post on Twitter, and please come up with a random movie too. All right, I think this is good. Hopefully it will pick up the Twitter tool now and just get a reference to the Reddit post that we have in the context. Okay, you can share the Reddit post about movies you love, but you can deny your credit. Okay, this is perfect. As a random movie suggestion, how about Hot Rod? I'm not even sure which movie this one is. Sorry, but we can click here and you can see, check out this discussion on movies you love but can't deny are incredibly stupid. And then there's just a link and a few other steps. And you can also see here that it picked the right Twitter tool, so it just worked as intended. Okay, so I'm stuck on Twitter. Nice. I think this shows pretty well how to define these tools, how to add new tools and test it live on the wallet. I'm just thinking maybe there's an opportunity here to show how to generate transactions. So maybe let's this is a bit more on the more complicated side, but let's try to add this to let's just add a tool that generates transactions for users to sign. First, I'm going to go into the documentation because I don't always remember all the stuff. And we can go into manifest and see which tools are supported. So we have this generate transaction tool, and the way to add it to our manifest is via this property called tools. So we can just paste it here, add a comma, and I don't want to use this one for now. So we have generate transaction added to our assistant now. And we want to create a new tool, maybe called sign transaction, or no, sorry, create transaction. Create transaction, and we're going to ask Claude to create a get handler that generates a near transaction payload and returns it. I'm pretty sure the result won't be okay. It actually requires me to have near API.js installed. Apparently I do have it. That's good. And yeah, let's see if this works. I'm pretty sure we use a different format, quite similar, but like slightly different. But maybe that's not the case anymore, and maybe I can just add this to our route and see if this works. All right, let's just hit tab on this one and see what it comes up with. Tab, 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 tab. Okay, maybe it's just hallucinating now. Oh, probably not. This is the new way of coding. Just wait for, all right, I don't love how this is going. Let me just ask it to generate. So I can select the whole file so it doesn't hallucinate again the initial path like we had before. Let's just ask it to like add to the schema, to the spec, the create transaction route. Okay, looks good to me. It's just going through the file, figuring out where to put it. And yeah, it's gonna go through not making changes, which is good. All right, it's taking a bit longer because these are huge. Okay, cool. So like API tools create transaction looks good to me. Create a near transaction payload generates a near transaction payload for transferring tokens, parameters, receiver ID, amount, and sure. Looks good, I guess. Let's see. Plugin was updated. Let's try it out. So not even sure how to use this. Let me just figure it out. We can ask receiver. Okay, I want to send one near to microchip GNU. No, I want to send one near, but I don't have one near. I don't have one near in this account to send in the first place. That's fine. I want to send one near to bitte.near. Let's see if it picks up the tool. All right, pick the tool. It definitely did pick the tool. All right, and now let's ask it to like create the transaction or generate the transaction. Oh, awesome. It's just worked. Crazy. I wasn't expecting this to be successful, to be fair, but it is. So we just generated a transfer transaction from astronomer Nuth.near, which is me, to bitte.near for one near, and it looks good. So yeah, this is how you can make your agents interact with the blockchain. You can just come here if you're using Cursor, Claude, anything to generate the code. If you want to code it yourself, feel free to. Again, this is 2024, almost 2025, and we can use these better tools to make things for us. I just asked Claude to like generate a transfer, generate a new transaction for me. It did successfully. Built the code, created a transaction payload, which looks good. And it just returned the whole transactions. And we can see the review transaction screen here. It's a transaction type transfer and very exciting. This is really exciting. So we can make this way more complicated. You can make it connect to other smart contracts, generate other types of transactions, but anything should be feasible through this method. Okay, so we're 50 minutes in. I did a presentation like for, I guess, 15, 20 minutes. and then we spent the last 30 coding. And look at this, we built 3 tools for our agent. We're running our agent against the Bitte wallet, one for generating transactions on Near, the other to fetch the latest Reddit posts, and the other to share on Twitter. This is like on average 10 minutes per feature. So like get your hands dirty, build agents, and I think this is the stack you want to use to make a successful submission for the hackathon. I think we can just end it right here, or if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer anything.
Seems like we do not have any questions for now. But yeah, I would request everyone to go on the hackathon page, read more about the hackathon, visit the links that we've given. We have a couple resources for you to look through. And if at any point you want to revisit any workshop, let's say the one that we had yesterday or even this one, feel free to come back to YouTube or to the hackathon page wherein you will have, even all these links in the chat as well. So I think that should be a very good resource center for you to start from. And I wish everyone building in this hackathon a very good luck. Hopefully, I'll see you guys, some of you guys at DevCon with your projects up there.
Likewise, yeah, very excited. If I'll be there at DEVCON as well. Like, if you're interested to chat more about this stuff, happy to engage in any conversation, and happy to help us again, like newcomers, developers that are starting out to like how to make these things more successful. Also, I want to mention, sorry, Mishika, I have one more thing I forgot to mention is we have a always running bounty for building agents. So we pay up to 3K USD. So like if you are, or $3,000. So if you're building an agent and you can successfully submit it, and it's open sourced, and in general, like it goes through our submission process and we accept it, you're up to get like $3,000 for that. And I'm really happy to work with all the developers to make this submission successful. So like if you're watching this, please feel free to reach us out, and we're going to help you.
Thanks a lot, Michael. That was super helpful.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for being with us over here today. I love live coding sessions. Hopefully a lot more to take back. But yeah, thanks a lot, and thank you everyone for watching in. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any question about the ways to submit, anything about the hackathon that you might want to ask. I am at Mishika251, Mishika 251 on Telegram and Twitter. I'm happy to assist you, or happy to connect you with the right folks in the team as well, be it Supermoon, Byte, or Venture Miner that we had yesterday. But yeah, thank you for watching once again.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Micro. Take care. Bye bye.
See ya.